Welcome to the first Anvil Tactical Airsoft podcast. My name is Hunter. I am going to be your co-host alongside Louis.
Hello.
Louis, go ahead and introduce yourself here.
Hi there. Yeah, my name's Louis. I'm the owner of Anvil Tactical Airsoft. And yeah, we're going to be doing the first ever Anvil podcast today. And we're very excited to do so.
Absolutely. Nothing more exciting than launching a new product or new division or something along that. And we have a lot to announce in this first podcast here. Um, I know I am very excited, and I know Louis is very excited, and we want you to be as excited as we are. So, first things first, let's go ahead and let Louis give a rundown on what Anvil Tactical is, and we'll go
Absolutely.
from there.
Yeah, so Anvil Tactical Airsoft is a UK, well, now worldwide based international airsoft company. And we supply tactical gear and we innovate new airsoft products. And we're basically trying to be a airsoft superstore for all kinds of airsoft products and bring new things to the market. And yeah, we're really trying to expand really mainly socially at the moment. And obviously something we'll talk about now in this podcast is the new Anvil Wolfpack teams, which is now starting to move into the game field and everything as well.
Right, that's a huge aspect. I know over here we have members joining from the US, and I know the UK side's already taken off quite a bit. Um, what is your take on that? What do you think? I mean, I know the guys have been great, and we've been looking for upstanding airsoft people, more or less, to take part in this team. How's your feeling going forward with this?
Fantastic. I mean, the obviously the company started in COVID, and during COVID, everyone was indoors, everyone was on their phones, and really, it's a company based out of social media. So now that we're starting to move into a field-based sort of thing with players on the field, using the kits and promoting it in a real life aspect. Now it's just providing a whole different level of promotion and everything for the company, and it's absolutely fantastic, as something that's born out of social media. Now that we're starting to move into a real world scenario, it's absolutely fantastic. It's bringing new elements to the whole side of what we're doing. It couldn't be any better.
Right. And what would you have to say for people out there that are thinking about, maybe they want to join a team or and they're looking at this? What do you think is the big benefit here to a player that joins the team?
Honestly, community. I think that what we provide is just an absolute community of people who really care about you. And it's not just airsoft. That's the thing that I try to emphasize to everyone who joins the team. It's not just about joining a group of people. Honestly, this is like a family, and people really find a true community in what we're trying to do here. And obviously the kit and the patches is that patches and all the innovations we're doing, you're obviously going to be front of the line for all that stuff. But realistically, you're joining the team to become part of the family of people who are trying to always grow, always trying to innovate, and always trying to progress the sport forward. And I truly believe that it's a place to be where you're not just going to be part of a team, you're going to be part of the future in a sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I know for myself, uh, it's awesome to see the camaraderie we have in our team leader group chat, myself being involved with the US side of this. But you guys always say good morning, and I'm just getting to bed. So it's one of those things that a little bit of a time
Absolutely.
gap, but we absolutely get to have fun with one another, and we definitely feel that that team aspect building here as you get to know more of the guys involved. And I think it also, for me, gets you more people to go out with. When you go to a field, some people really don't enjoy going alone. Some people do to meet other people, but most of the time, you want to go with some buddies or whatnot. And this definitely opens up the door, I feel like, to saying, hey, we're both on the team. Why don't we start going together? And then you just expand, expand, expand. Next thing you know, you have a group of a dozen guys that you're going, every weekend, every other weekend with, and really polishing it up and wiping the field clean.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's really something that I'm quite proud of, actually, to think that we've got team players in, the UK and Ireland and Scotland, and then obviously in the USA and everything as well. It's amazing to think we've got supporters all around the world, and not just supporters, but people who are part of the team and really part of the community we're trying to grow. So,
Now, did
we're
I read
really,
this right the other day? Do we have an Aussie on the team?
I think we do actually. Yeah,
Yeah, so the Down Under's represented too. We'll have to see if we can dig him up for one of these and see how he feels about it. That would be cool.
absolutely. Yeah, no, it's exactly what I was saying. Really, it's just we're building a true community here, but because it's not just a team. That's the thing. We're also obviously a company as well. So what we're doing here is we're not just trying to sell stuff. We're trying to innovate new products to progress the markets and progress the game itself and make things better for people. So by joining the team, you're not just part of a team, you're also part of, like I said, the future. And what we're trying to do here is really push airsoft to a whole new level, because frankly it deserves a lot more recognition than it's getting.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, on the UK side of it, it seems you have a higher following. And in the US, we have a higher following in the West Coast. Me being from New York, obviously, we don't have as much of a push for the sport over here. We kind of catch trends a few years behind out West Coast way, but it's definitely gonna be something to be a part of, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and then
Absolutely.
yeah, so other than that, you were speaking of the innovations. What's the last thing that came out that was a big step here for Anvil?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the last thing that came out for us was the Zap Patch multicam, and that's obviously a play on what we've already done, which is the Zap Patch, originally. But in multicam, it's one of those things. It's one of those camos that most players tend to have black camo or multicam camo. So the multicam obviously was a huge success and a huge hit, so that's fantastic. And I mean, when this podcast comes out, I can only assume that the Zap Card Medical will be coming out too as well, and
Oh,
that is obviously going to be one of the huge things that's going to be hitting the market soon, and a complete different take on the Zap products, and obviously applying the uses of NFC technology into something that can really help people as well and potentially save lives.
now you're talking about the Zap products, and for the people that are listening to this that don't know what the Zap product is, or have a small insight maybe on the kind of technology that's used for it, you want to give them a rundown real quick of what's involved in that technology?
Absolutely. I mean, I would take ages trying to explain what NFC technology is, but NFC is basically near field communication, which is a compatible technology with smartphones where you can encode with a smartphone any kind of information such as links, social profiles, or files into a chip. And then when you bring your phone near to that chip, it's going to bring that information up on your phone. So if you encode into the NFC chip, or in our instance, as App Patch, if you encode your social media profile, such as Instagram or a link to your website, when someone brings their phone close to that, it's going to bring that website or that Instagram link up on their phone straight away. So it's a fantastic tool for promotion. It's a fantastic tool for, pretty much anything involving promotion or quickly sharing anything that you really want to share.
Right. It's almost like a airdrop for iPhone users out there.
Essentially, I
Uh,
mean, it uses the same technology that Apple Pay uses, essentially. So, you're using that wireless technology to essentially share information that you want to share. So it could be a new video you've posted on your YouTube channel, it could be a new product you've launched, it could be pretty much anything. And this
yeah,
brings a whole
allergies.
new,
If
absolutely.
you're playing with a guy who's maybe got a peanut allergy and he starts going into anaphylactic, there you go. Now
That's the
you
whole
know
point
that
of the new
that
Zap
guy.
Patch Medical. Sorry, is it new Zap Card Medical? It's just a whole new take on kind of safety and security, because the fact is that when you enter a site, if you're alone and if you have medical conditions and if you fall over and you bang your head, who is really going to know what's wrong with you? Who's really going to know what your name is? And if you have something on you that can just quickly be tapped and then suddenly it brings up all this information, you might find that it actually saves your life. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Or somebody with a an issue with blood clotting that they get a cut on the field. That could be a big help for them there. I mean, honestly, the possibilities here are endless for assisting people with medical, like you were saying, uh, product placement, all that kind of stuff. Getting your name out there as far as social media goes, or just getting yourself out there to meet new people. You can put your contact information on this patch, and then next thing you know, you have some friends that are texting you or telling you, hey, we're going to be down at this site. If you're going to be down there, let's link up and have a game.
Mm. It's just a whole new side to promotion, but not just promotion. It's also, like we said, it's community. So, like we have the team of whole, team spirit and community. You can have that with, the Zap patch, the Zap card, the Zap stickers as well. It allows you to share your contact information or your social profile with anyone that you find at the field. So if you find a friend or if you find someone that you enjoyed playing with that day, then you can instantly share your profile with them, and then you can get in touch and you can meet up for a game, and then it just brings the community closer together. And that's actually what they said in the AI magazine as well. It just brings the community closer together, and it's really fantastic to see how people are using it at the moment, because really with a technology like this that is really unlimited, it just is limited by how creative people can get with it, because it's not just links. It can be whatever you
Rule
want it to
sets,
be.
give these to marshals and people that operate fields. You can have a whole rule set right there. Touch of a button.
Yeah, I
Boom.
mean, you can create a custom game with it, or if you're a marshal, if you're someone who owns a site, you could encode a link to the game site map. So if you're someone who's sneaking through the field and you see a marshal, you can say, right, I want to see the map, or give me a link to the map or something before the game. And then you can
Right.
go up to them and you can say, right, I'm going to tap my phone in your patch right here. And then boom, you've got the site map on your phone. You can screenshot it and there you go. And then you have a better understanding of what you're doing. Or even, I mean, there's a lot of people I know who go to the game site meetings and everything, and then they listen to the game and then they forget all of it straight away. And they're like, hang on a minute,
Oh,
what the hell,
yeah.
what the hell is the objective here? So,
Yeah.
on these patches, you could obviously have something like the rules of the games and all the different game modes and everything and the timings of them. So then you can know exactly what you're meant to be doing if you need a refresher, or, it
Yeah.
just brings
Yeah.
a whole new side to what we're trying to do here. I think it's really the next big progression in, innovative products in this sport.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is a step that we've taken here. I know you've been plugging away at it for a long time, and I'm somewhat recent, but I've been involved with you for quite a few months now, and
Mm.
uh, it's definitely been something that I've been happy to be involved with, and we're showing a lot of growth and a lot of community. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I mean, the
it's been
ultimate goal
something.
is to get this onto as many shoulders and chest plates as possible. I mean, the Zap patch is obviously the original innovation that we came up with, and as a goal, we want to make that something that is widely known among every field in every country, that plays airsoft around the world. And to do so, we never sacrifice quality. So we've got the best made patches, in the industry, but we do not overprice it at all, because we want people to buy it and use it and find true value in it. And we just want that to be on everyone at the end of the day. That's our goal. We want to make it something that is so widely known that not having it is almost unusual.
Yeah, it's almost taboo not to have it. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, as you were saying, it has the endless possibilities, and I think that as it progresses, you'll see more and more application used for newer and newer things. Speaking of newer things, though, uh, kind of cool announcement I guess we have today is that Anvil is stepping into the ring as an organizer for events, pulling and we're not going to name the company right off the get go, but there is a merger set in place. So Anvil will now be directing events on, U.S. soil and UK soil.
For sure.
So this is a big step for the company here. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. As we said earlier, it's it was born out of social media, and now we're looking really to progress it into a social media, sorry, into a, a real life scenario. So we want to have field presence. We want to have players on the field who are using the kits and promoting it. And we want to have obviously events run by us as well. So, the plan is really to have Anvil events and special events that utilize, the products that we sell and innovate. And we want to really create, like we said, a community of people who enjoy not just the company, but also, events and special, limited edition things as well that, won't come by often. And we really want to provide, a new era almost to the sport where people are going to absolutely love, what we're trying to do. And that's really the end goal. We want to really push the community, not just, products.
Right. At the end of the day, we're looking at making the sport a better sport, not really the company as a whole, a larger company. At this
Mm,
point, really, we're definitely trying to find that ground that people are going to be exploring in and say, wow, this made this so much more enjoyable for us that it's something that changed airsoft. you know it's going to be a new experience, a better experience. um Not only are we talking zap patches, products that we have down the line, all that stuff, the events, the team, all of this is targeted to making everything a better experience than previous airsoft events.
mm, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's
So
that's the goal. I
yeah,
mean,
I
yeah.
think this is definitely you know something that not many people have caught on yet. I mean, Anvil's got a good following, but as we discussed before the show, you guys are primarily in the UK. We don't have too much presence in the US yet, but that's soon to change, I'm sure. And this is going to grow the sport to a whole new level here shortly.
It deserves more recognition. I mean, I've said this to so many people, and I've said this on, podcasts before and everything, but airsoft as a whole deserves to be recognized to a whole different level, because when you go up to someone on the street and you say, "Do you know what paintball is?" You're going to get so many people who say, "Yeah, I know exactly what that is." And you say to them, "Right, what's airsoft?" And then, there's so many people who will say, "Haven't got a clue." And that's not right, because honestly, obviously it's kind of, it's, down to opinion and personal kind of preference and stuff. But personally, I think that airsoft just outmatches paintball, 100 to 1. The guns shoot further, it's more realistic, it hurts less, it's less dangerous, I think, personally. And honestly, just people should know about what airsoft really is, and there should be a much larger following behind it. But sadly, there isn't. But the good news is that now that we have social media in play, we've got, big YouTubers like Novrich and all these people, and social accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and everything that are pushing it. I think the community of airsoft is now starting to really see kind of an uprise, and that's what the Zap patches and that's what the Zap products are trying to do as well. It's really just trying to bring the community closer together and share information in a quick and easy way, so that people can then build their network and build that big spider web of people they know, and then coordinate. And you know at the end of the day, everyone's growing the sport by playing it.
Right. And I think at this stage, unfortunately to say, I think we're still in the area where you can call airsoft a taboo sport, more or less, where people look at it a little bit differently compared to, paintball or mag-fed or something like that, where it's been around for a while and it hasn't seen, much change. There is the average paintball field that some people go to, and then you got the pro speedballers and stuff like that. But I think that we're still in that taboo area where we need to grow out of it, and
Mm.
it's on its way. It's just not there yet. It's been climbing for years now, but I
I
think
mean,
we're
I see
almost
it
there.
like, I mean, I know, and it's kind of probably bad, comparison, but I see airsoft a little bit like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese. It's fantastic, but there's holes in it, and there's things that need to be improved, and there's gaps that need to be filled, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to find products to fix problems in a sense.
Yeah,
So
make everything a better experience.
exactly, and people losing magazines at games and people losing their equipment that have just bought, that sucks. But we invented the Zap sticker, to fix that, and then there's going to be people who cheat. Hopefully in future we'll be able to find something that fixes that. There's just it's a fantastic sport that's got too many flaws in it, and that's what we want to do. We want to fix those flaws. We want to find the perfect way to make it a fantastic sport, not just for the current community, but for everyone, so that we attract new players to it, in a fantastic way. And then we obviously, as a whole, we grow the sport, and then we grow the community as well. It's all part of the community, is everything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't say any better than that. If we really have to focus on getting this out of that area that people look at it almost as a oh, okay, you do that kind of thing, compared to, oh, cool, you're going this weekend to play airsoft. That's a really awesome, fun time. I think people are still definitely in that kind of look down at it a little bit stage right now. But I mean, that's what I gather from the US side of it. I mean, the UK might be completely different. You guys obviously have some different stuff going on over there, as we've talked about again before the podcast. The lingo and everything that I still don't even know. But
Yeah, the US and the UK lingo is very different, I must say.
absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, I think this is a good stepping ground here to kind of put a base out and say, this is Anvil. This is what's coming. This is what we are. And this is the very first podcast that Anvil is putting out. So we want to tell you who we are, tell you what we do, tell you what's coming up. You guys can go out, check us out. Anvil Tactical Airsoft. We have Instagram, along with the web page and everything like that, to see what we're about. I mean, some of our team players are featured on the Instagram. All that stuff is what we are, as a company. And this first episode here is really to set up and say, hey, this is us. This is how we do things. For those of you who don't know us and are listening, we're welcoming you into that Anvil community. And those of you who are listening that are involved with Anvil, or have heard of Anvil, maybe even just own something from Anvil, then, you're like, okay, we are hearing the future of Anvil in this first podcast. And what we're doing right now is just setting down the foundation for what's going to come. And this first podcast, really, we wanted to reach out, get our voices out there, show my side of things, show Louis' side of things. I'm sure, in future episodes here, we'll be having debates on, oh, this is what happens in the US, this is what happens in the UK. It's different, which is better, maybe, who knows? But we definitely want to show you guys the foundation of the Anvil Tactical Airsoft Company.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
I mean, as a last note on that, I mean, said perfectly, Hunter, but I mean, what we're looking to do is we're looking to make a wave. We don't want to be like everyone else. We don't want to be, just another company that's trying to sell crap to people. We want to, like I said, make a wave and change the sport for better. We want to really leave our mark on exactly what we're trying to do and make it very clear that we are here for the community. We're looking to really push the sport into new depths and make the experience a whole lot better for everyone. So we're not just going to be here to sell stuff. We're here to make a difference, and that is exactly what we're about. We're not just another company. We're trying to be revolutionary in every sense.
Vive la revolution. Say the coup.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, no, absolutely. I when I first saw Anvil and I first reached out to Louis, I saw that this is a different opportunity. This is a uh, different, like he said, a different wave. And immediately I wanted to be part of it. I mean, it's groundbreaking, the thoughts that this man has for the sport. And, we're really looking forward to kicking it off into a bigger, more universal, uh, world of airsoft, really. And it's going to happen here soon. And once we get these events cooking, once we get the team brought up, and once we get more products that help innovate the sport, that's exactly what's going to happen. And for those of you who do want to see what the team is about, you can contact Louis on the Anvil Tactical Airsoft website, or go into the Instagram and send a DM, and we can give you a rundown about the team. We do accept applications for the team, US and UK at the moment. And if you want to get in touch with me directly, my Instagram is Moose, that's MOOSE_call sign. And you can find me on there. Not too much is posted on there. Took a pretty good break over COVID, but that'll be up and running again soon. So either way, you can contact Louis, you can contact me, get involved. We're going to change the sport. We're going to take it to the moon, and we are ready for it. And we hope that you guys are ready for it as well. And at the end of the day, this is Hunter signing off for the podcast, Louis signing off, and we hope you guys enjoyed this. Get ready for the wave to really take over.